What is going on, losers? Welcome to the Lost Losers Podcast. I am your host, Mr. John McQuett. Sitting next to me once again, my beautiful bride, the tots of the show.
Hey.
Tits of the show.
Miss Andrea McQuett.
We need that on a...
We do. We got to record that.
Donnie, well, Jamie, you know what to do now. That way Donnie doesn't have to do it every week.
We can just like record hundreds of them, like just pick the best ones.
Yep. All right. Once again, coming from live from Dallas, Texas, Mr. Donnie Porter. What's going on, big guy?
Hey.
Sitting on your couch. Flip on a light, man, so everyone can see that beautiful,
I'm gonna do
beautiful
that.
bald-headed face of yours.
I realized it didn't look like I was like in a jail cell or something.
Yeah, you look like you're in cell block C. So let's get this going here, big guy. You should look like it normally. All right. Coming back from Kentucky, Mr. James Fortney.
What up?
Mr. James, are you okay this week? Are we doing okay? Are we all right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get into it.
Crazy spicy crab roll.
Done.
You sure? You didn't even read it.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, we're in the middle of ordering food while we're sitting here talking. This podcast is
I
going
apologize.
off the fucking rails already, but we are allowed to do that. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening, all that wonderful stuff, subscribe to it. Leave us a 5-star review. Do all those wonderful, nice things for us because, well, you know what? We appreciate it. All right. What's going on, everyone? How's everyone's week? Babe, we'll do you last.
Okay.
And we'll get into all that wonderful stuff. We'll start off with young Jamie. Jamie, is your week doing all right? You do okay this week? Wait, hold on. Time out. We'll go you second to last. My week's been, I'll tie into hers. Donnie, let's talk about your fucking week here.
My week has been an absolute shit show.
All right. Well,
Absolute
yeah. Well,
shit show.
all right. You're over COVID, though.
Yes, I'm over COVID.
Work sucks. We know.
Yeah, like the after effects, I got the headache and all that crap, and I just still kind of feel crummy, but hey, I'm not, COVID positive anymore. I guess that's on the bright side.
Woo-hoo!
Donnie is on the mend, ladies and gentlemen, on the mend, and we're proud of him. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. No more COVID for Donnie.
For
All
at least
right.
8 months.
All right, Jamie, your week. Donnie's over COVID, so there's a positive. Now let's go with the negative. James, do you have negative or do you have positive?
I would say it's probably mostly negative, but I'm very at peace with it. So whatever.
All right, well, as long as you turn it into a positive, you want to tell the world that what's going on?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Okay. I'll tell the world what's going on, big guy.
But got broken up with, I guess I would say. And then but just been some rocky stuff and anyways, just because of age difference and immaturity on my part, which I don't think was all that bad, but it just kept getting thrown at me.
James, I want to let you know something. It wasn't your fault. You ran into somebody who was running in a different direction that you were going. You were going.
Yeah, I think that's the big one, is that we were taught to love in different ways. And so my way of showing love was irritating to them and stuff like that. So this is what it is.
Sometimes things have to fall apart before things get better, dude.
Yeah. And
just take one day at a time. That's all we
on the bright side. Any ladies in Kentucky? I know a guy who apparently has a huge cock.
Yeah.
Supposedly got an elephant trunk. Hey, you know
bad.
what? And I found out that where the line is for Jamie. I found out. I'm going to get into it. I found the line. I found his line. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll talk about it in a minute.
But,
Just remind me. We'll talk about it.
I guess I can.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Just wuzzle real quick. Like, it's about the challenge, but it's not completely. But it won't go into the challenge. It won't go into a bunch of stuff. But just like I've had moments in the past of like working out somewhat regularly, at least like 3 times a week, lifting in high school and stuff like that. But like doing it every day is such a fucking like boost to your life. It's really interesting.
It's good for your mind.
It really is. You should read the article. What is it? Henry Rollins wrote it. I think it's for Men's Health or Rolling Stone, called "The Iron Doesn't Lie."
Yeah.
It's one of those things, man. And that's what I think about when I walk every day. And now that I'm really like, you should see what I'm walking every day. My wife's like, I'm not doing that. Fuck that shit.
I can't right now.
She's like, fuck that shit. But we'll get into it. James, good. All right. Wife, are you ready to lay upon the world what's been going on the last couple of months? Because we've kind of hinted that we've had something going on now. Are you ready to tell everyone?
Yeah,
Or-
I think so.
Okay.
Um,
And you can go. I will
ooh,
let you
um,
take the wheel.
my mom passed away. Exactly a week ago today, actually. She was on hospice for 11 days, had non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, cirrhosis of the liver. The woman never drank a day in her life. So
She was a
couldn't-
huge stoner.
Crazy.
she was a huge stoner, but she could not tolerate alcohol. Like she would try, she drank like a Corona one time and she'd puke like no tomorrow.
Yikes.
She passed away on my dad's birthday.
Ugh.
So, I mean, I think
That's kind of a kick in the teeth part.
it is, but you know, they gave her 7 to 10 days and that was day 11. So we were pushing it, you know, wanting
Yeah.
just to hold on for one more day.
So, and hindsight in 2020, I'm glad she didn't. You know, like I'm glad she kind of went. I mean, it sucks that she was on that day, but
But
I'm glad,
I told him to
yeah.
look at it as, you know, don't dread your birthday every year.
Yeah.
Like she's in no more fucking pain.
That's
like
it. And
that
the
is-
reason why she was in this situation, it was 11 years ago.
yeah, it
almost-
would have been 12
it
in
would've been-
December.
Would have been 12 years ago. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. No one's judging you. No one will ever
I don't
judge
give
you.
a shit if they do.
No. I'm just letting you know.
My mom had a massive stroke 11 years ago and she was on meds. I couldn't even begin to tell you what they are, what they were called, different kinds of meds for different things. And the liver specialist they were seeing told my dad that the medicine or a combination of the medicine she was on over the years had tricked her liver into believing it had hepatitis that whole time.
Holy shit.
Anybody that knows anything about the liver, it does not regenerate. Once it's scarred, it's scarred. With
Was there ever an option for like a transfer, like a donor
A
node or
transplant?
something?
Not
No.
because of her quality of life, because of her previous stroke.
Gotcha.
And because she was basically,
Take it.
you know, she didn't have her mobility, you know, she was
she did have mobility back when this all started. If they would have fucking found it, you know, maybe she would have been an option, but they would look at her. She was 63. You know, that's not old. You know, if fucking who's the baseball player that was fucking a drunk that got a liver and died anyway?
oh, I can't think of his name.
Mickey
Mantle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to, in order to get a transplant, you have to have either money
Yeah.
or be somewhat young and somewhat healthy. They probably looked at it as like, fuck, you know, she's going to be 63. It's not worth a transplant.
So, well,
Gotcha.
I mean, not well, but it sucks. It's been a really rough 5 weeks, 4 weeks,
Probably 5.
last month and a week,
I
5 weeks.
stayed at dad's house with him for 12 days.
Yeah, the last 12 days.
Probably about 2 weeks. I
She's been-
spent the night over there and him and I would rotate and it would take when she could still stand, it took both of us to help her.
Yeah.
Now, my mom was as stubborn as they fucking come. And she was independent, you know, like, hey, I'm going to do this. And seeing her not defeated, but just like, fuck, I can't do this on my own. That was fucking rough. And actually being there when she died, I will never get that image out of my fucking head. Ever.
Mhm.
Ever. Like, I can't begin to explain. And people, you know, ask me questions about it. I'm just like, what do you want to know? She had her eyes closed for 2 days. She opened her eyes. She looked at me. Her eyes rolled into the back of her head and her breathing went to shit. It looked like a fish out of water. I'm watching my dad on the other side of her bed lose his shit, you know, and he's screaming like, not today, not today. And finally he accepted it and he whispered in her ear and told her, you know, it's go ahead, baby, go. It will be okay. You know, maybe
Wow.
4 breaths after that, there was nothing.
But okay, enough sad I mean, it's sad. It's terrible
It's
that we
it's,
lost.
it's rough.
I can relate.
But-
I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but out of this, man, we got some funny fucking stories the last week out of mom, man. Whoo. Funny. Whoo. Give me a minute.
Good. How was that forearm sized joint?
I'm gonna text you a
I
picture.
regret.
Dude.
I'm like, man, I wish I could have been there for that.
So when we found this all out, I was over there helping, I was over there cutting the grass. Colton was over there giving her a hand or giving dad a hand because, Nurse Thor. So I was sitting on the floor and she goes, if I ever find out that this fucking shit's terminal, she goes, we're getting the biggest bag of fucking weed. She goes, we're all getting fucking high as a motherfucker. She goes, we're doing it up. And when it's first started, we noticed that her stories were starting to combine. Like she would be telling like a future story and combining it with past people. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she did that, and she did that on that story. She was like, and she goes, and the next day, she goes, I'm going to go to work. She goes, I'll have to step over all the Marines, like all the Marines again, and just kept going. So, when she passed, I literally came home. I grabbed my jar of marijuana that I always keep.
Mhm.
I grabbed that. I found the biggest cone at the smoke shop they had. I thought, which was the coolest thing ever. I went, hey man, I need the biggest cone you got. He goes, this is the biggest one I got. And you see me posted. It's from here to here, I would say.
Yep.
My tip of my
It looked
finger
fat,
to about
too.
here.
Yep.
And
I sent him that.
I saw it. Yeah.
here's a
Everything was
picture of
nice.
here's a picture of my wife with it.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
And dude, I fucking just started. Dude, it was an ounce of weed in that motherfucker.
Nice.
So here's the cool thing. The guy was like, it's $5. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, okay. Got to the house and opened up, and it was one size of each one that Raw makes. It was a raw cone.
shit.
So yeah, I'm like,
So it
oh,
wasn't
all right.
just that one cone. It, was
wasn't
like
just
a
the one, but
the
it was
variety pack.
It was a variety pack of one of each one. I'm like, oh, that was the greatest $5 ever spent. So I did my part by mom by smoking the biggest joint that we could possibly find.
Did you smoke the entire thing? Just
I
I
did.
smoked everything except for about
It was
that much
about that much left.
of the bottom.
nice. Hell yeah.
It was so everybody smoked on it. Everyone took one hit for grandma on it, or for mom, or for Gail, or for, aunt, who she was. We all smoked on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Dude.
Awesome.
So like my mother-in-law was a ornery woman. Can we say your mom was ornery?
She would have admitted that.
Yeah, she was ornery. And I like that. I like giving people shit who's ornery. So that's why we always got along.
Nice.
So
Sad to say, I never got to meet the woman.
She was something
dude,
else.
she was a firecracker, man. So
She wouldn't put up with anybody's shit.
when she first got put on hospice, we were all over there. We all went over there. Like us, the kids. Obviously, she was staying there. Uncle Dave and his family we're all over there.
Mhm.
And a couple of family friends kind of stopped by that knew what was going on. Excuse me, I'm just sniffled. Sorry. And so we're all getting ready to leave because she was getting tired. Like she was still being able to talk to people and stuff like that at this time and have a conversation, stuff like that. That's what, where these stories kind of come from. And she was trying to sit up, and my father-in-law was trying to help her sit up, and Andrew was kind of getting her as well. And we're all getting ready to leave. And she was sitting there going like this. She was like, it looks like she was playing with something in her mouth. Andrew goes, Mom, what are you doing? And she goes, I'm biting my tongue. And she goes, "Does it taste good?"
Mm.
Ma'am, she goes, "Eh." Me being the asshole that I was, or I am, I look at her. I go, "Mom, at this stage in the game, at this time, at this late of the hour, now you want to learn that lesson? Now you want to learn how to bite your tongue?" Dude, you could have heard a fucking pin. You could have heard a pin drop.
The look she gave him was
Dude,
insane.
you could have heard a pin drop because everyone's like, "Are you fucking serious? You just fucking said this to her? Are you like everyone?" And the look she gave me, that look of, "I'm going to whoop your fucking ass."
Oh,
look.
she would have too.
Dude, I was just sitting around just smiling. Just looks at me. And I don't give a shit what people say. It's my people. It's me. She said it too, so fuck off.
Right.
Thought Mrs. Beat, man. She goes, "Spick." Dude, it was like a nuclear bomb went off, dude. Boom. Everyone just fell out fucking laughing. I was just smiling. I'm like, all right, I did my job. Toodaloo. I'm out. Dude, we just, and there was funny shit like that kind of happened. Dude, her poor nurse, she had this sweetheart of a nurse. She had two sweethearts of a nurse. Nurse Pam,
Nurse Pam, and the other one was an aide. I can't remember her name.
Crystal.
Crystal was the yes.
Crystal was the other nurse or aide. This lady, this nurse Crystal, these people who helped mom from hospice, was it Hope Hospice?
Yes.
Phenomenal people. Did leaps and bounds. You know, leaps and bounds for her. These people do. Anyways, Nurse Pam was awesome, and this Nurse Crystal was. This poor lady stepped into a hornet's nest at about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I kind of felt I didn't feel bad, but I was over there giving mom shit. Me and her were talking trash on each other that morning, and I was over in the kitchen when the nurse came, so I walked in the kitchen, and I was sitting there talking for a minute. I came walking around the corner. Andrea and her dad are in there, and this nice nurse is introducing herself. She goes, "Oh, I am Nurse Crystal, blah blah blah." And Nurse Crystal is a super big sweetheart, nice black lady. Couldn't be any nicer. Like I say, these people are super. Both these people, everyone was super nice. They had them, but Nurse Crystal was super nice. She goes, "I'm Nurse Crystal." Introduced herself, and I'm like, "Oh my god, thank God you're here." And she goes, "What?" And this Luce is like, I'm throwing her off again. I'm like, "I'm so happy you're here because now I'm not the only minority in the house. That way, someone else can officially witness the racism and the way that they treat me in this house."
My dad is like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" He's just like, "I can't believe this stupid motherfucker said this shit." You know, and not just that, but a couple days before, when Dad and I had tried to get Mom out of their new recliner, she didn't fall, but we didn't quite get her in the chair, so she was on the ground. We can't get her back up. So the EMTs come out, and my mom's telling them, because she had bruises. I mean, just from us lifting her up to put her on like the bedside commode or the wheelchair to get her to sit outside. She had bruises from it. It wasn't pretty. I mean, you're literally like, she stands up, you have 2 seconds, and you're like, boo, boo. My mom's like, "Yeah, he's beating me." My dad was like, "What the fuck? Like, seriously, these people are going to come take my ass away because you're sitting here saying I beat you." And she's like, elder abuse. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, she's still there.
Dude, so Nurse Crystal is just like, what in the fuck? Like, doesn't know what to say. She was like, I'm like, yeah. Dude, I think it was like the second or third to last time that she was able to like lift her head without assistance. Dude, mom like snapped her head, looked at me. She goes, "Get your ass out of my house and go cut my fucking grass."
That's awesome.
I looked at her and went, "No, you know what? Because I did that Tuesday."
My dad gave me her rings that she had on. She always wore thumb rings. So I don't know if you guys can see those, but he took them off of her after Mom passed, and he didn't want her to be buried in them because he didn't trust that. He didn't trust the funeral home people. He's like, fuck that. So he gave me those. And then there was a bag at the funeral parlor. And I was like, what the hell's in this bag? He's like, I was looking for that. It's the shirt she had on. He's like, I want you to keep it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm not ready to wash it yet because I know it sounds stupid, but it smells like her. So
That ain't stupid at all.
it's a blue
Yeah.
shirt.
I still have a blanket from Anakin that we still haven't washed.
Yeah.
I get it. I think it only have some of the porters that hasn't been washed either. Some are floating around here.
Probably.
You know, it's sentimental shit like that.
It's weird. I mean, it's like every song you hear, or if you hear a song that reminds you of it, you just like lose your shit out of nowhere. You're just like, oh, okay.
You know
Very
what?
weird.
Actually, I do have a sentimental item from
you?
my grandparents.
Yeah.
It's this plastic Snoopy cup that my grandparents had sitting in their bathroom sink. It's from like 1963.
Holy shit.
It's and whenever they passed, after my grandfather passed, my parents were still staying at the house in their basement, and it was downstairs in that bathroom, and I stole that motherfucker. I'm like, I'm taking this shit.
Yeah.
I got
like
I have a funny one like that also. Because
dude, I wanted like when my grandparents passed away, I wanted the cookie tins. And my sister went, nope, too late, got them. I'm like, fuck. And then I wanted grandpa's stupid pocket knife. And nope, my other cousin went, nope, got that. I'm like, if someone calls shotgun or if I don't get grandpa's, at least grandpa's shotgun, someone in the family is going to meet them in the afterlife very soon.
Nice.
And everyone went, nope,
Nice.
that one is yours. That is. I'm like, I just wanted one of 3 items. That was it. That's all I give a shit about. I got one of those 3.
Yeah.
So
I don't-
the year I was born, my parents gave my grandfather this Jack Daniels tin World's Fair like collector's item. It had a fifth of Jack Daniels, and I think it has 2 nice glasses. They
Yeah.
gave him that the year I was born. I got that. He has never opened the bottle.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
It sat in a cabinet for fucking 30 years.
my
I only have the funny one for me was Papa was like a super big tobacco smoker, pipes, cigars, cigarettes, like everything. And so his last pipe, before he passed it, he never used it. And like whenever I started smoking weed with Mom, we got it out one day and smoked out of it.
That's awesome.
speaking of smoking
yeah.
weed, my parents are big hippies, I guess you could say, grew up in the 70s, whatever. So needless to say, Mom is very well equipped for her journey. And
that's funny.
it's fucking hilarious because one was under her lapel of the shirt she had on, one was up her sleeve. Dad tucked another one like under the fold of the collar. And whenever somebody that knew what it was there, like we peeked at it, just be like, hee, look, the whole place fucking smelled.
Dude,
Nice.
you could walk up. You walked up and went, I can smell that.
Dad gave her some good shit. So
That's
Dad
awesome.
and son-in-law made sure.
I'm getting kind of low.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Don't. Shouldn't be showing that wonderful state of chaos. But whatever.
Fuck.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. So, I don't know. So that's what we were dealing with. At least we got some cool little stories out of it, and Mom's better, wouldn't you say?
I hope so.
I would say
That wasn't her, and she was fucking miserable, and there
I wanna
wasn't
let you
a
know-
damn thing you could do.
There's no such thing as hell for that lady.
No, she went through
She
it.
went through it, and that is what I will say. All right. Let's talk about some whistles.
We
And
just-
we got we got to talk about the challenge real quick. Let's talk about the FFC real quick. Let's move on to the FFC, the Fall Fatty Challenge. You're the one who named it.
Oh, I thought you said SFC. I'm like, what's SFC?
No, FFC. Let's talk about the FFC, the Fall Fatty Challenge.
Yes.
That's been going on for a little over 10 days now, we should say. Today is day number 10, actually.
Yes.
I'm already done. My wife, you've been eradicated from everything because everything that you've had going on, and everyone now knows why.
And I have cracked ribs.
And you now have cracked ribs because of moshing with
My
Nurse
kids.
Thor.
Yep.
Now you have Donnie.
Mm.
Now, I have some complaints and I'm going to get them out. Now, I'm going to say this before we get into it. I am going to automatically eat one chip. And
I will do
here's
the
why.
same.
I'm going to automatically eat one, and here's why. Because on Sunday, there was nowhere else. And Sunday and Monday, there was nowhere else for me to eat. I was trapped where I had to eat, so I ate proportion controlled, but it was still not great food for me. Like pizza, toasted wraps. My God, those fucking toasted wraps.
They had sandwiches, like chicken fingers, but they're
So,
battered.
Like, yeah,
and
like everything was breaded. Like there's nothing really. So I tried to portion controlled it, but so I'm gonna automatically eat one chip just for the sake of it. I'll eat one chip. Now, Donnie,
I will do one I mean, I've been following my diet. Like I've been doing meat, vegetables, very low carb. I have not been able to do the physical part of it because I've had COVID. Like I started October, like I'm just now coming out of it.
all right.
You know, I
Now,
like I said, like my first kickball game back is tomorrow night, and I've got 2 softball games on Sunday.
woo, woo.
So like I'm jumping into it.
Strava, what is the name of that? Strava?
Strava.
Download the Strava
I
and
did.
go walk through your neighborhood. Take a lap or two through your neighborhood and make sure you're documenting on Twitter.
Okay.
That's my part. You got to document everything. Jamie, you've been very well at documenting on Twitter. Very proud of you. Now,
I've been out of it. Sorry.
I know because
I have other shit going
you've
on.
had other shit going on. Now, here is my complaints. And I'm going to see where everyone stays because for everyone that doesn't know about the challenge, we have to exercise every day, keep on our diet until November 1st. And we got to do 4 classes. And boy, trying to find out 4 classes that are like reasonably fucking priced is a pain in the fucking ass, by the way.
Yeah. That's why you do like free shit.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm doing yoga.
Is it free? I got to try to find the
Yeah.
free classes. So,
You know what you do is you join the Y, and
Mm.
they have free classes.
Yeah, but then you got to pay monthly.
Yeah,
Like we
well,
did that shit with a gym.
I'm
It
not
was
doing
like
all this
eh.
shit.
The
All
gym
right.
had free classes, but that I'm done with gyms.
But all right. Now, young James documented been working out. I think young James should also have to eat at least one chip
Why?
because young James went to the gym drunk last night. And I don't think that is taking the challenge seriously, if you ask me.
I powered through it. I did pull-ups, I did push-ups, I ran, I did everything. Or I didn't run, I did stairs for 15 minutes.
He powered through.
I want to say I think he should still at least
I
have to
was-
eat at least
I
one
was-
chip.
I
And
was 4 shots in, I was stumbling up those stairs, but I stumbled up those stairs for 15 minutes, bitch.
I want to let you know. I think Donnie, what do you think?
I'm on the fence on that one
I'm on the fence also.
because he
I-
still exercised.
He did, but he still kind of cheated on his diet by powering the
Okay, then
booze.
he gets instead of a chip, he gets 3
Well,
gross
alcohol
jelly
wasn't
beans.
part of the diet.
I know, but hey, you need to gain weight, so you shouldn't
Right.
be eating alcohol to burn or anything like that. You should be
Right.
like powering
You gotta
down like
document
protein.
eating Taco Bell every day.
Yeah, you should be on a fat man diet. Like you should be like
I want some
hor-
Taco Bell.
You should be like instead of eating like normally, like you normally do, you should be like on the opposite end of the spectrum. You should have
I've
to
been
exercise.
trying. It's so hard to eat more.
You should have to be on exercise and like eat Arby's 3 days a week. And like or 3 times a day.
How much weight have you lost?
Me total?
Yeah.
Total?
Yeah.
Since I began in my weight loss challenge, I'm 100, not this month, but since
Well, yeah,
started
this
losing.
month.
Oh, you just mean this month?
Yeah.
I'm down 2 pounds, 3 pounds so far, 2 or 3 pounds.
Nice.
And that's with eating crappy for a few days.
That's
You
because-
know, I mean,
yeah.
we didn't really have much of a choice.
Yeah. I hit 175.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But I'm down. Yeah. Jeez. All right. But
I
that's what
haven't
we're-
haven't weighed in yet.
All right. So, Donnie, what do you think? We need a verdict here. I think he should eat at least one chip for going to the gym drunk.
Fuck it.
I said 3 gross jelly beans, not a whole chip.
If we're both doing the chip, he should do the chip too.
Okay, then 2 out of 3. That rules.
All right.
We'll all do
I
the
tried to
chip at the
save you,
same
James.
time.
There you go. Y'all do the chip at the same time. And
Solidarity.
That's
That
There it
would be
is.
that would be awesome.
I did get on the treadmill, but like I said, I've been at my dad's and taking care of him and mom, and I will do my best to get on the treadmill. I can't do any kind of fucking lifting or any kind of hills or anything because my fucking rib hurts.
Nice.
So, I'll just.
So is Tipsy working out okay?
No,
'Cause
James.
I've done that before during
You know
the
what?
challenge already.
Jesus, just try not to get drunk and go. Why don't you go to the gym and then go home and get drunk?
That would make sense.
That would make more sense because then you're
Because I was
rehydrating.
sitting at the table talking to mom and I saw shot glasses and I was like, hey, that sounds nice.
You know why? Because rehydrating, you should go get dehydrated and then rehydrate with the booze so it takes less to get more fucked up easily. Donald, correct?
Oh
That's
yeah,
an old
I
man.
woke up.
Then
I
you
woke
wake
up
up
this
with a
morning
splitting
puking.
headache.
That's not my problem. All right. That's the
It was like
challenge.
all
So
red.
I'm doing a
I don't know
chip.
what the fuck I ate last night that made it red?
Ew.
Oh God, stop it.
So y'all get a chip.
We all get a chip. We all have a chip. All right. I have a question. I have a question for the class and the world here. If you have a really good friend, now Donnie, I'm going to say this to you because you had COVID, and I have another really good friend who lives out of state who also had COVID, and I checked up on you probably every day, if not every other day,
Yeah.
at least. Now I did the same for this friend. Always, hey man, you doing all right? Getting up, at least moving around a little bit, trying to get outside, get in the sun. Hope you're feeling better today. That kind of stuff, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I have another friend that went through this, and I texted him one time and didn't hear shit back from him for almost 10 days.
Oh shit.
Now, if I'm since I'm supposed to be good friends with this guy, right? I'm going to send James and I'm going to send Donnie the same picture that I sent him right now. Am I a bad friend to send this picture? Hold on. Let me find it real quick.
Apparently, I'm not a good judge on this because apparently it's not too normal to send people your nutsack just randomly.
Hold on. Sending this picture to get
Oh, don't laugh. Don't laugh.
someone's attention to be like, hey, are you alive or not? Done. Donald. Now, I think this is a complete and appropriate picture to send.
No.
To be like, hey, you should probably at least reply to, hey man,
Is this
are
some
you
like Joey
alive?
Diaz stuff? It's just a girl with her legs open, like, hey motherfucker.
No, you should at least be alive. You should be. You know what? I'm checking up on you because we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I know. That is a whole lot of fucking
See,
no.
All right.
Honestly,
Hold
though,
on, time out. Donnie, would you explain to the world what kind of picture I just sent you?
a big black cock.
Not just any
But
sort of a black cock.
it's a meat bat.
What was that, Donnie?
It's a meat bat.
This dude can tee off from the blue tees
Right.
at Augusta National without using his driver.
It says Louisville.
Yeah,
on the
remember the
side.
black guy at the beginning of lockdown? That picture that went around
Yeah.
on the side of the bed. That's
It's-
what it looks like.
It's close to his. And I think that is an appropriate picture to send to somebody.
Honestly, though, if you sent it to me, I would totally expect it. I would be like, that's just Johnny.
I don't think it makes me a bad friend.
No,
I think it's a oh shit, I probably forgot to text him something.
right.
And this is his way of I'm an asshole. I think that's a very appropriate way of, hey man, you're an
appropriate.
asshole for not texting me back because I'm doing the nice thing. I'm being a good friend and checking up on you.
Yep.
How many good friends take time out of their day to check up on you?
And honestly, dude, I told very few people.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want the constant, like, random ass calls from people who never talked to me in the first place. Like, I don't need your prayers. Just leave me alone. I'll be fine.
So, James,
your
what do you think?
prayers.
Jamie, am I an asshole for sending that big dick picture?
So in middle school, there was this video that went around of a guy cutting the head of his penis off. But at the beginning of the video, like the first few frames of it was just like a picture of a cat like chewing on a flower or something like that. And so the thumbnail would just look like a cat, like it's gonna be a cat video or something. So as soon as you press play, it would just cut to the guy cutting his dick off.
Jesus.
And there was a whole group of us that would just send that video around to random people, just be like, "Oh, you got someone's cake? Let me send it to him."
So
Our food's outside.
cool. You want to go grab it?
Sure.
All right. Wait. All right. We'll be right back. Got to pause for the cause. All right. So I'm sorry. Had to grab some food. Had to feed the wife real quick.
I'm sorry.
They're good.
Fucking fly.
Question. So do you think I'm a bad friend for sending that ginormous black?
No, because it's you. You know what I mean? Like Donnie said, he would have expected it from you.
By the way, it's a male friend, by the way. It's a friend that I was in the service with. So I think it's a pretty safe bet that he was just like,
expect that too, you know.
I think he did. His response was, "Hey man, are you okay?" I think he probably thought it was like a point of view. It is kind of a point of view picture.
It's a meaty motherfucker, I'll tell you that much.
I'm gonna let you know something.
Does this go into you finding out my line?
It does. It does find out. So, all right. So I'm glad you guys all don't think I didn't think I was a bad friend either. Dude, she just crunched and it was so loud because she did it in a microphone. It came right through my ear. I was like, Jesus. I'm like, oh my God, what are you eating? Like cufflinks of a vacuum. So I found Jamie's line. Like we've all heard young James stories. We all know how young James' mind ticks, right?
Yeah.
So we know he's a little bit, what's the word we like to say? Out there? Is that the phrase?
I don't know if that would
say
be
that.
acceptable, but sure.
He has a unique taste of humor.
He's a free spirit.
He's an acquired taste, you would say, right?
My dad liked them, so
He's a nice guy. I'm not saying he's a bad person. He just his sense of humor is a little bit on the odd side, shall we say?
yeah.
Okay.
It's your guys' fault. The fuck? I grew up around all you motherfuckers, just a bunch of sailors and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I grew up around Marines,
Yeah.
so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Your
But-
guys' fault.
So I was talking to young James the other day, and I forgot what we said about his uncut member. And I go,
Oh yeah.
oh, you mean your little yogurt cup at the top?
Hmm.
Is that over the line?
No.
Like Jamie thought his yogurt cup line was over the line. He said it was over the line, like it made him ill. He goes, "That's disgusting. Like that's physically disgusting." He literally goes, "I can't believe that." Like that's like
Yeah, I was
that's
just
fucking
like, oh,
gross, dude. He
gross.
goes, he goes, Uncle John. He goes, Uncle John, that's fucking gross. Like when he calls me Uncle John, I know I've touched a nerve with Jamie's. When he goes, Uncle John, we need to talk because you ran up, you hit the nerve.
Too far.
You went too far. He squared up. He even squared up. Well, listen, we got to talk. This is a bad conversation. He goes, I can't believe. He goes, that's gross. That was
Oh my
over
God.
the line. I'm like, that's your
I
line.
don't know what the fuck happened in my mind, but I was just like, no, that one's too gross.
I
Because
stopped
I've
you
seen-
right
hilarious.
I've seen tweets that are just like sucking
have a-
the skater
you have
boy's smegma off his foreskin and stuff like that. And like I'm just like, man, that's funny.
You
and
have a built-in
just-
shot glass for young ladies.
I've done that before. Like one of my first times, like trying to give a facial, it kind of got stuck a little bit, so I just had to like go-gurt it out onto her.
It's like a push pop.
Hey.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Just had to go-gurt it out. It
Just
was
like a
horrible.
fucking push popped it right on it out. Oh, Jesus. That's fucking terrible. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Look at that fly.
I don't know where this fucking fly came from. Hold on.
Who's on the
Me-
computer?
no, 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 no.
I think my favorite so far is blowing into a girl's mouth and I'm just like, you good? You good? And she was like, yeah, I'm good. And then eventually it was just like, and that just
Wait,
spit it
none of
out
you
and
are going to be
everything.
impressed by the fly I just killed. Like,
No.
come on. All right. We're moving on. Yep. Well, Jamie, you're a yogurt slinger. You have your built-in shot glass.
Apparently it doesn't taste good all the time.
Eat more pineapple.
Dorito cum apparently is pretty bad if you spend the entire day just like hanging out and snacking and shit. And then she's like, hey, let's do stuff. Don't ask her to swallow.
All right. Moving on. Speaking of coming, so speaking of the pleasures of sex and all that wonderful stuff, news article came out. The top 10 positions to try that guarantee multiple orgasms between the sheets. Now, obviously, this is more geared for the
Woman.
who can have multiple orgasms, ladies, because you women.
That's not true.
What?
Do your Kegels. Do your Kegels. The fuck?
So did you just say it's not true that women can have multiple orgasms?
Oh, I'm just saying that it's not true that only women.
Oh.
Yeah, some dudes. Yeah, you can have more than one night. Fuck, build up.
Yeah.
Drink your electrolytes. Stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know,
if you do your Kegels, it strengthens that muscle and you can just like keep going even after you come. That's nice.
Look at you go, young James. So,
okay.
Here are the top 10 positions to help you in the sheets. Now, this was up on Bed Bible. They're the one who shared these moves. So the first one is the butterfly. Obviously, baby, you get to read all these things because you know I'm fucking dyslexic.
If you fancy a break and letting your male partner do all the work, give the butterfly sex position a go. The man stands at the end of the bed facing the headboard while the woman lies on her back on the edge of the bed. Okay.
So number one is the butterfly.
I do that all the time.
I was just going to say, that's like nothing.
We call that one the quickie.
I thought that was just missionary.
No, that's
no,
just,
it's like he's standing and she's laying on the edge of the bed.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Spread out like, and her legs are spread out like a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
I didn't know there was a special name for that, but
we didn't know either.
Now we do. And see, and this is what we're about here. We're about learning. All right. The double D.
Oh. If you're both into penetration and want to feel more connected than ever, the double D is for you. This position has you both laid on your back with a cushion under your hips for support. Insert one end of the double dildo slowly, then the other end into your partner. Most double-ended dildos have a handle in the middle to guide thrusting. Yeah, that's a no.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one.
Jamie?
I haven't tried it yet. I don't know.
I'm going to say I'm out. That one's a no for me.
I haven't had anyone do any butt stuff to me. And I mean, asking someone to eat my ass would just be like torture. Like, imagine all the hair going up their nose.
That's enough out of you. Take a time out. I'm going to mute you. All right. Number 3, was it queening?
Yeah. Queening is another option for, and a slightly twist. It says slightly twist on the 69 move. This technique is acting the same as face sitting, where a woman squats of her partner's face and lowers herself down to him. What the fuck?
That's basically just sitting on his face, right?
Yeah.
I've done that.
But why is that queening? Like,
I guess that's the technical term for sitting on someone's face is queening.
Yeah.
Because you're the queen.
You're wearing a crown.
I'm wearing your crown. Wearing you as a crown.
I don't know. I got nothing on that one.
Nothing.
Ooh, the helicopter.
Number 4, the helicopter.
You spin me right.
I know, right?
Baby, right. I'd have looked this one up, by the way.
Oh, once you're all warmed up, it's time to try the helicopter. Just be warned, this one is super complicated, but if you get it right, it is all worth it. One partner will get down on their hands and knees while the other stands over them in a downward dog position. As they slide inside, they lift their legs into the air so they're supported on their hands and their hips are against their partner's butt. Wait, what? They lift their legs into the air.
Imagine me on all fours.
Okay.
I come behind you. I put all my weight and I spin like a rotor blade. I think I killed Downey.
I just had that visual. I'm like,
Oh.
I've done the supporting weight and going at it, but not
but
spinning.
you didn't spin around.
Yeah, so
No.
you don't really spin, but I guess that's what it kind of looked like to
I know.
me.
I visualized like your dick is a hinge, and you're just like, "Nyeh."
Okay. I can't picture that in my head. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Number 5, stand and deliver.
The stand and deliver position is fantastic to get things going on those slower evenings. One partner bends over in front of a chair while the other one goes behind. So
I do
doggy
that all the
style.
time. Yeah, that's yeah. We
I
do it
call
all the
that
time.
I call that greeting from after a long
Yeah.
day of work. Sometimes,
Hey,
you know what I'm
how
saying?
you doing?
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Number 6 is the lotus.
Yep. Sit with your knees bent out to the sides and the bottoms of your feet touching. Your partner will then sit on your lap facing you and wrap their legs around your back. Okay.
Do you know? Okay, so you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is. Donnie, I've done this. We've done this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everyone's done it.
Mhm.
All right. Number 7, hog tie.
Calling all BDSM lovers. Here's some moves we think you'll love. The hog tie works with oral sex or sex toy stimulation as you lay your partner on their stomach and tie their wrists behind their back. Okay.
Nah,
Nah.
nah,
Right?
yeah. Like I don't know. Like I prefer when they use their hands.
Yeah.
All right. Number 8, leapfrog.
Leapfrog. The leapfrog is perfect for penetrative sex or anal. It involves your partner lying face down with their hips in the air and wrists bound together over their head. Over their head. Yeah. There you go.
All right. Got it.
Spread
Number 9, spread eagle.
eagle. Move your mic, baby. The spread eagle is designed to expose and degrade your partner in all the best ways. Have your submissive partner lie on the bed with their arms and legs tied with either rope or restraints to each corner of the bed. This one is perfect for oral, penetrative, anal, and sex toy stimulation too. So there
I've done
is
that.
a tool that you can put between, like it goes over your ankles. It's a bar.
Yeah.
And the more you
Yeah.
squirm to try to get out, it goes wider.
Yeah.
So you can't push it back in. It just keeps going this way.
I think we had that on sex toy prices right one time, didn't we?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Something similar.
I thought we
I
did.
just found out that there's corner mount like under the bed things
Mhm.
that we
Yeah.
sell at work. And
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, like you remove your mattress and it goes
And you
crisscross
slide it under,
applesauce,
yeah.
and then you put your mattress back on top, and each side you got some fuzzy little handcuffs that you tuck back in. That would be good for number 7, the hog tie.
Yeah.
All right, back to number 10, the
The voyeur.
voyeur. Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce the voyeur.
Where's the? Oh, I see. Okay.
It means you would like to watch and stuff.
Yeah. This move is a great way to incorporate some power play into your sessions involving more people. One pair goes straight into having plenty of fun while the other person grabs their favorite toy and watches it all happen.
Is that like cuckolding or is it?
I would think so.
Like
So
a-
basically,
like a
you're
swingers
watching
thing.
two people do it.
Yeah, basically
And
you're
getting off.
You're
Oh, okay.
masturbating.
So
You're
you're just
That's
jerking.
watching.
not, yeah,
You're a
that's different than
spectator.
cuckolding though, because cuckolding it means like the person that's in the relationship
Right.
is watching someone
That's
else fuck.
that's
Oh,
what I
It's
was.
like-
That's what I was wondering. Like, or is it like?
This
you
what
go
this
no,
sounds
that's just
like.
exhibitionism.
This
That's just
is
being
what-
exhibitionist.
This is
Yeah.
This kind of sounds well. This kind of like the same thing. Like you're sitting in there, like I'm just taking a sex toy and just jerking myself off while watching my wife get railroaded by someone else. Or
Right. That's
No,
custom.
this is saying that someone
anything.
else you guys invite to come and watch.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it?
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
like we're doing the act in front of
Right.
them.
Right.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Got it.
They're not involved. They're just
Watching. They're
Yeah.
spectating.
They're watching and
Watching
pleasuring
and-
themselves. So it's
Yeah.
like live porn.
Oh,
Yeah.
so basically we're going at it and we're letting them buy a ticket to watch
Exactly.
Yeah.
to the live event.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be pretty cool to see at least once in my life.
A live sex show.
Yeah.
Seeing
I'd
it.
perform. I'd do it. Fuck it.
You don't have
Yeah, I
scissors
don't
or
want
a
it to
knife,
be
do
you,
you?
though, dude. Sorry.
What?
I said I don't want it to be you, though, dude.
I don't want to see you. You know what I mean?
Like,
I've seen live sex shows, dude. I have a. Did I not tell you about this time I went to a live sex show?
No.
no.
All right, so in Rio, I'm not going to name any names on this story. These people know who they are. So we're at this club, and we thought it was like a normal like dance club, like bar. We're like, fuck yeah, there's a whole bunch of hot chicks. Come to find out, it's a fucking sex club slash bordello slash whatever. We're like, okay. All of a sudden, like we had the table like in front of the stage that we were drinking at. Now
Yeah.
the stage is like a horseshoe. We had the and that's our table went long ways like this. So that makes sense.
Mhm.
So, all of a sudden, these two ladies came out. Like the music stopped. All of a sudden, all the lights came on. These two ladies, they kicked everyone off the stages. All of a sudden, these two ladies came out, disrobed, and just started going at it. We're like, okay, right on. Let's do okay. A whole bunch of drunken sailors were like, fuck yeah, check this shit out. All of a sudden, they get done. They leave stage. We're like, no, bring them back. All of a sudden, this dude and this chick walks out, and he disrobes, and you heard the of his cock hitting the fucking floor. And we're like, what the fuck? And this dude starts beating this lady. Like we almost had to call the police for assault. Like he starts beating this lady with his ginormous baseball bat of a penis. Anyways, he goes to finish and does this power bomb finishing move. Like he has her up in the air and goes, ah! And her head lands on our table. All right, like her head, she's fine. It's not like they've done this before. Clearly, he pulls out and shoots over her and down our fucking table.
Oh.
I am standing at the back of the corner watching this. Like I was in the back corner, like at the bathroom, and when all this was going down, so I watched this all happen. The guy sitting at the end of the table looked like Neo from the Matrix
No.
and just shoved his chair and was like, no, just moving. And it went, and he like slid over and it went, most of it went over his shoulder. But as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, there are fragments.
Yeah.
And one hit him in the shoulder. And you thought he took a 50 cal round to the shoulder, man.
No.
He was like, no, oh, fucking screaming. Dude, it was the funniest fucking thing in the world to watch witness happen in fucking real life. I was in tears. My stomach hurt. I was laughing so fucking hard watching this guy go, he fucking shot me. I can never wear this shirt again. Oh, forever unclean. Fuck. What the fuck?
Dude,
Oh, dude, it was fucking great. It was great.
put that in the trash.
Sorry.
Can I have the ashtray?
Yes, dear, you can have the ashtray.
Thank you.
It was the funniest thing in the world.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Okay.
You know? Fucking hilarious. All right. I'm going to switch gears to some sports for a minute. Now, the Cardinals are out. We're not a sports podcast, but this is probably one of the greatest baseball calls of all time. Now, there's been great baseball calls if you're a baseball fan. Like here in St. Louis, I was very fortunate to grow up with Jack Buck, and that's a winner. Go crazy, folks.
Yep.
During Game 6 of the World Series in 2011, when David Freese hit the walk-off home run, Joe Buck getting to repeat his dad's Kirby Puckett walk-off home run from "We'll see you tomorrow night." Like, there's some classic baseball calls. One of my favorites, Vince Scully, during the All-Star game when Bo Jackson's hit his home run. He goes, "Well, introduce yourself, Bo," or some like along that. He goes, "Oh," and like it's fucking perfect. Like, but this one from the AL or wild card series, where'd it go? I lost it. Don't tell me I lost it.
Are you feeling?
That don't stop. It goes up there. So this is from Fox Deportes. Whoop. Oh, dude, it's so fucking good. This fucking call. Like,
It's a good one.
it's fantastic. So Randy Rosarena hits a grand slam or some shit like this, or a home run. Hits a fucking home run. And this is fucking great.
Y la prende. Are you feeling randy, baby? Se fue. Adiós. Clase de bombazo.
But he
Randy a
just
los
doesn't
Arenas.
fire you up.
Y la prende. Are you feeling randy,
He's
baby?
randy,
Se
baby.
It's
fue.
so fucking good.
Adiós. Clase de bombazo.
Oh. Dude, that's some fucking top notch. Whoever did that off Fox Supports Us, the gentleman that did that, that goes in the Hall of Fame. That has to go in the Hall of Fame, right? Top 10?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
What do you think?
That's a good one.
Man, I don't know. Can you beat it? I don't think there was one. I mean, dude, Danny Mac has some good ones. Vince Scully, Jack Buck, Joe Buck. You know, who else? Harry
Harry
Carey.
Carey. That was the
You
only
know?
person I could think of.
Mike Shannon's had some good ones.
Donnie, bring your microphone a little bit up closer to your.
I
Thank you,
said
sir.
Mike Shannon's had some good ones.
Yeah, even though he's trying to sell the team, I guess.
What the fuck
Yeah, I
was
don't
that all
really have
about?
any input.
Jesus. Mike
That's
Shannon.
crazy.
It's Mike Shannon, man. Happy trails to him. He's
Yeah.
retiring from us.
That was
but dude,
fueled by Budweiser.
Jesus. A lot of his calls were fueled by Budweiser,
Yep.
you know. All right. Jamie,
What up?
actually, we'll do. Hold on. I'm Donnie, I'm going to let you get a call. You want to do trail cam or holy shit, count your lucky stars?
Trail cam.
Of course you would. Let's go to our favorite state, Florida, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay, Florida.
And this gentleman here in Florida was caught. Mr. Santiago Victoria was caught trying to pleasure a horse on a trail cam.
Okay.
There's this guy and he's beating off my horses.
All the caps.
You got to get here quick.
So when I came to visit the first time,
So
I went over
Go ahead.
to visit the Lost Losers guys, or not
That's
Lost
us.
Losers, Crash Panda guys.
I'm glad you know which podcast you're on. Good job, Jamie.
Yeah.
Continue.
I went to go see the Trash Panda guys for a little bit, and whenever I walked in, they were fucking watching a documentary about guys fucking horses and dying from it.
It was probably about the guy in Oregon.
It was multiple.
It was
Those
on the
people were
podcast.
mad.
Yeah, we talked about how the one guy I think it was Oregon, and like the people were pissed at this guy for dying. They're basically calling him a pussy and shit like that for dying.
Yeah.
And all that crazy shit because he died from because he got nailed by a horse. But this guy, so the lady put fucking trail cams in there because she's started to find bungee cord setups and like lacerations on the horse's neck and stuff like this from this guy tying them down to get Randy. How'd that go? how'd that go? Get Randy, Jamie,
Are you feeling Randy, baby?
and this guy fucking fucked the horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that all fucking played out.
Kiki Kelly and her sexy stud.
God bless fucking Clerks 2. Yep, this dude.
He's
Got-
about to cornhole that ass with his wiener.
All right.
I guess my grandfather showed up again. He's here.
Why is it? Oh yeah. Oh, did he just randomly just show up again? God damn, dude, I love that guy's lifestyle.
Like, he doesn't say a single thing. He's just like, hey, I'm here.
That's awesome. That's
Like,
fucking great.
Congratulations.
All
He's
right,
fucking awesome.
dude, it's fucking insane. All right, I gotta take a time off real quick. All right.
You got it.
All right, we are back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but all right,
So there's horse fuckers out there.
yeah, they're in Florida and they're getting caught on the cams. Fucking weird. All right, so this is probably a good sign that your marriage isn't going to make it is when you get arrested at the reception, right?
Oh.
Nice.
That's probably a good sign. We can all agree to that.
Yeah. It's a good one.
So it's a good sign when the cops get called to your reception 9 times out of 10, is it?
No.
No.
So cops get called because there's a fist fight breaking out. The groom shoves the police officer, and what his reasoning for this was, I didn't realize you were a cop.
That's funny.
I mean, I could see the plausibility of that.
That you roll up in uniform and in a squad car
like-
with flashy lights.
No, I'm saying like if he was like already getting like shoving with somebody else and like shit's already rolling and the cop rolls
Oh
in,
yeah.
you know.
You've had that happen.
Yeah, that happened to me. Oops. It has happened to me, but this guy literally, the cop said he walked up to assess the situation. This guy just shoved the fuck out of him. Just,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
you know,
It's one of those things you want to avoid doing.
yeah. The groom says he did not realize the fully uniformed deputy was a police officer, but he was able to go back to his reception after a few hours and enjoy the party.
Just drove him around
I
the
don't know.
car full of sweat a
That's
little
an
bit.
awkward fucking party.
Isn't it?
That has to be a very awkward party. Is it like that's bad?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna guess that part of the bride's dress had camo in it.
The reception was held at a VFW post.
Oh. I
Place
seriously want to
smelled
say
like
like
cigarettes.
her dress might be white, but it's got like a camo tie, and all the
Listen,
men wore
It
camo
was not.
vests.
Hold on. First of all, Donnie,
Holy
leave the
shit.
VFW out of this. It was
Mhm.
not
Those
in a
places
VFW.
are great.
It was. Let's be honest. It was an Elks Lodge.
I was about to say, it might have been the Elks.
It was the Elks Lodge. It was an
American Legion, you know.
It was either an Elks. Nope, not American Legion. American Legion are good people as well. VFW and American Legion you stay out, but I'm pretty sure the Elks and the Eagles and the Lions. It was one of those halls. It was
I
named.
don't really understand what those things are.
I
Neither
know,
do I.
I
Is
know
there-
the VFW.
I understand
but
the
after that
VFW, but,
point,
like, the
I
Elks,
don't.
I'm like-
I don't know.
I understand the American Legion. I understand the VFW.
Right.
They're just clubs. They're
Okay.
just hangouts, basically.
Gotcha.
You know, what was the one from the Flintstones?
I don't know.
Anyways, someone will know that. That's old as me. It's like the Buffalo something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. They were Buffalo something. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name.
It's just clubs. It's just somewhere you go somewhere to hang out that is exclusive for you to go and be a part of something. And I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? And I'm okay completely,
You have to like
utterly,
pay for like a membership and shit.
well,
No.
stuff like that. Some of them you do, some you don't. I know I got to pay with my yearly
Yeah.
dues to the VFW.
Mhm.
Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
there's like memberships for like the mug of the year and stuff like that at some of them. But like to just go hang out, like you can just say you have some military family, like I
Yeah,
would
you
be able
can
to
like
go
you can
and-
walk into the VFW right now. You can walk into most like the VFW most VFWs you can walk into have a beer.
Yeah, like that's what my dad has told me to go do is just
Yeah.
like go and
You can
hang
go
out
in
with
there-
old veterans. You get
yeah, you can
along
go-
with them, so why
yeah.
not?
You can go in there and just have a beer and hang out.
Yeah.
If you don't mind dealing with the smoke. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. So other than that,
I
I'm good.
smoke and it's bad in there.
So like other than that, yeah,
Like I can
So-
handle it for about a half hour and then it's just
It's
like,
like
"Oof, ah."
Dylan's and Arnold.
Yeah.
pretty much, pretty much. But yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, I think you're right. There was some sort of camo in the wedding dress on this guy at this wedding,
Oh, I'm sure.
and Donnie, it was definitely held at
In
And
Elks
he-
Lodge.
an Elks Lodge.
Yep.
Definitely. All right, let's go to count your blessings. You ready to count your blessings?
Mhm.
A woman in British Columbia, Canada. That's for all you people that don't know you're at. Woke up
Oh,
to
shit.
something coming through her ceiling and landing on the pillow next to her. It was a fucking meteor.
Holy shit.
Dude,
That's a fucking good one.
no joke.
Wow.
So,
Oh, that would have hit her. That fucking scene would have been amazing.
oh my.
I agree.
shit. It would have hit her in the head.
Yeah.
Splat.
I don't think so because if it landed, it didn't go through the bed. So it was through, like, it was slowing down. I mean, she would have gotten hurt. I think she would have got hurt, but I don't think she would have because it landed on the
It
pillow.
depends on where it lands. If that landed on her chest, you're crushing fucking ribs and vital organs, dude. You're done.
That's a good fucking size, though.
Done. And you don't know how fucking heavy that thing is. Oh, there it is.
It's not finished.
So there's the rock.
Wow.
There's the hole that came through.
Oh shit.
There's where it landed.
Damn.
Did it hit the wall and bounce or
I don't
There's the hole. I'm pretty sure it looks like it might have hit the wall right there and dinked. So it probably, I don't think it would have killed her, but it would have fucked her up though.
oh yeah, it would have fucked her up a little bit.
Well, that's
all.
a good size fucking chunk of a rock though.
Yeah, it is.
Here's my question though.
And it's still gonna be hot.
Right.
Still
But
got-
that's my question. Like, why didn't like it should have been pretty fucking hot. Like why did
There's
it,
some
like, burn
smolder
anything?
stains, but yeah, I don't think it would set anything on fire at
Yeah,
that
I don't think
point.
so.
It's not gonna be that hot.
It'd be hot to the touch though.
Yes.
Maybe not enough to ignite her fucking sheets, but it's gonna be hot.
Yeah. I mean, it might leave a little bit of a mark, but I don't think so because it came through the wall. I mean, it came through her ceiling, attic. You know,
Yeah, and there's carbon marks where it's like all black soot and
Yeah,
everything.
on her bed. You can
Yeah.
see it.
but my gosh, can you imagine? Just count your blessings. Can you imagine the write up in the newspaper if she would have died from this?
Oh my god.
What are the fucking chances?
Right.
If I die in
This
some
woman
way
needs
like
to go buy
that,
a fucking lottery ticket. Or
Yeah,
eight.
if I die like some way like that, I want to be known as like, look at the lucky way this guy died.
That's some final destination shit right there.
You are literally the unluckiest person ever in the history of ever. If you die by getting hit in the head by a meteor,
I wonder if that's ever happened before.
it has
looking
happened.
it
I know there's a story of a man that got hit in the head. It was knocked out unconscious and didn't know why. And there was this weird rock and he picked it up and he went to like and had it studied and come to find out it was a fucking meteor that fucking hit him in the head. He was like out in his garden working in his garden. I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to that. I'm pretty sure that's a weird story. I know that sounds like a weird story I would know, doesn't it?
It does.
By the way, my neck is still fucking stiff. If you haven't noticed, if you guys see these like weird fucking looks like hickeys on me, I do those suction things, and
The
my
cups.
fucking neck is all fucked
Although
up.
no human is known to have been killed directly by an impact, over 1,000 people were injured by the meteor airburst event over Russia in 2013,
Oh wow.
where that big one came in and
Yeah.
fucking.
Okay.
In 2005, it was estimated that the chance of a single person born today dying due to an impact is around 1 in 200,000. I don't know where the fuck you would get that math from. It seems
Yeah, that's a
Just
really hard way to get. How do you
somewhere.
get that math?
like I don't get that one.
What
That's on
variables are they
Wikipedia.
using
I'm
here?
not trusting that sentence.
And that seems very small. That means, you know what? That seems small. 1 in
Actually-
200,000. So I have a better chance of dying by getting hit by a meteor than I do winning the lottery.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
That's
Like there is no fucking way.
that has to be off. That has to be way the fuck off.
So that's weird. Because like there was a bunch of people that got injured during that airburst because it shattered windows and fucking
Yeah.
like it wasn't just like rocks that hit people in the leg and had an impact. Like it was like their houses got fucked.
No, I want to talk about me walking down the street and one solo Cracola fucking meteor bouncing, hitting me in the
Yeah,
cranium.
that shit's just never gonna happen. It's just never gonna happen.
Like this lady, I would like this almost hit her. This lady in the head. This was the pillow next to her. What is that? All of a foot and a half.
Maybe.
If
It
that,
still doesn't seem like it would have killed her.
I probably wouldn't have. But
It
still,
hurt.
Yeah,
Still to
if
get
it had enough, if it had enough fucking force to go, well, it did go.
And I guess it
through.
depends on how heavy it is.
Right. How
Hold
dense
on.
is the
If
stone?
like if a dumbbell fell from your ceiling onto you,
It would kill you.
yeah, probably.
If you were laying down and let's say you take a brick, like that looks like it could be like a brick or like a stone you would use like on a retaining wall or something.
Yeah.
Imagine dropping that
it
from
looks
your
like, it looks
ceiling.
like the size of a softball.
It looks bigger than that to me.
It looks like about the size of a softball.
Yeah,
Okay,
that could kill you.
it could kill you. But
It
it's how many-
probably wouldn't, but I mean, it would hurt like a motherfucker.
I mean, you're getting fucked up. But still, let's hold on. Let's break down the math that a meteor came within a foot and a half
Right.
of where this lady's head was laying.
You can't do the math. You don't have
yeah, there's no breaking
statistics.
down the
You
math.
can't.
Okay, see what I'm saying? Like, well, you all break it down and like, would it have killed her? Who
There's no
gives
samples? You know,
the astonishing that it was a foot and a fucking half?
Oh yeah.
That better have a message in a fucking bottle, if you're asking me. You know what I mean?
Don't sleep on that side of the bed.
Like, move your bed to the other side of the house.
yeah.
And I'm picking up that rock, seeing who sent the message. Like, I must have pissed someone the fuck off.
Like, is there anything written on this?
Yeah. Who did I make mad that is going to fire a fucking meteor at me?
It's gonna be like surprise, motherfucker.
I love that fucking stupid vine.
Meteor flies, motherfucker.
Like, who? That's what you get. You okay?
No.
Oh, I feel better when it quits hurting.
So will that.
And I'm glad that was recorded, so everyone knows about the abuse that I go
Feeds
through
me.
in this house. Now the nurse knows that the family is racist towards their half-breed and son-in-law, and my
And they
wife
beat
feeds
him.
me.
Oh, I found some article that's like 7 people that have died from meteors, and it's like cataclysmic meteors over history, and they're like, yeah, some people died then. Like, it's a little
Yeah.
different. It's a little different than what
It's
we're
like,
saying.
yeah, some people died because of an atomic bomb. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like- 10,000 people killed in Chinese city. Like, no, that's not what we're talking about.
yeah.
We're talking about just like one flying out of the sky and just like piercing your skull.
Yeah. So,
Ottoman Empire. Wait a second.
What do you got?
Oh,
what do you got before you cue banjos?
pyramid-shaped hill. As a result, man who lived in the area was killed while another was paralyzed.
He's gonna cue banjos.
He's gonna. What'd you say, Jamie? I'm sorry.
I apparently someone in the Ottoman Empire got fucked up. Their house got hit.
By a meteor? Damn.
Yeah, but
All right. We are off the meteors and on to our favorite state in the union, ladies and gentlemen, West Virginia. Now I want to see, now everyone knows we have a wonderful fan that lives in West Virginia, and we always decided to stop picking on the state of Florida. We're going to move on to West Virginia. And this man had a problem. And he decided to rid that problem by setting his house on fire.
Fantastic.
Is there a spider in it?
This man, when the
It
firefighters
goes
showed
shit.
up, and they asked who set the fire, his response was, "I'm the one who did it. I had to rid it of demons."
what's up with these people right now?
Bro, I guess there's fucking demons in West Virginia. And
No,
there's
that's
get
the
it.
meth. That's the meth.
It's Mercury retrograde, but what the fuck do West Virginians care about that?
Yeah, he burnt it. He goes, a firefighter on the scene stated that when he arrived at the residence, Robert Brown, 69 of Clarksburg, said, "I burned it," and then left the area.
I burnt it.
I burnt it down. Oh my God, is that him?
That's him. And he looks like a guy that would set his house on fire because of, well,
Demons.
demons.
The demons.
Now, here's where I argue this. Like, he probably went to jail, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
charged with
That's-
arson, being held on a $25,000 bond.
I don't know if he's out or not, but yes.
But the thing is, it was his house. If I want to set my couch on fire, if I live in the right neighborhood, I can do that.
Wait. Did you say if I live in the right neighborhood?
Right. I can't do it in my backyard here, per se, but it's the thing. Like, it's my fucking house. I do whatever the fuck I want with it.
I know.
Now, if I was
the way
back in
he
Arnold,
says- wait.
when I
I'll
lived
just
in
take this for
Arnold,
a
I
second.
burnt a dresser and coffee tables and shit. Just because it was Jefferson County, we could do that kind of shit if we want to. Little Elm, Texas, they frown upon that shit.
He's done, by the way.
Usually, them hoods, you can't burn too much shit.
Dude,
Right.
I'm so glad we're all fucking Hoosiered on this fucking
Right.
podcast because
Yeah.
someone hears this the wrong way. They're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong
Right.
with these people?
It's my house. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. If that means setting on fire, guess what? We're going to set this motherfucker on fire.
We
Now,
don't need no
if
water
he
like
damaged
a
damaged
motherfucker
neighboring
fire.
properties, I could see him being arrested for that. But for burning down your own damn house,
So,
Burning down the house.
Disrespect your
after further investigation, Brown admitted that he threw an oil lamp into the attic and set several pieces
Jesus.
of paper on fire inside the garage. He kept adding paper to the fire until the smoke in the fire became so bad he was forced to leave the garage. Brown indicated he was trying to get rid of the people and the demons he believed were located in the garage at the time.
Clearly, he's not
Yeah.
mentally fucking stable.
tear down the garage, dude. Don't burn the whole house down.
I know. You would think it would be burn some sage.
Right. Put some salt on the ground or something. Get some crystals and shit. You know. I don't know.
You know, like you could. There's easier ways, I think, to rid the
Right.
place of demons, isn't there?
There's other
Yeah.
things you can do.
Yeah,
I
you get
mean,
a priest over there or whatever. you
This is
know.
clearly somebody that was not in their
Right
mind.
frame of mind.
Again,
Correct.
it was the meth.
Yeah. Or
It
something.
was something. So, thank you,
West Virginia.
Mr. Robert Brown of Clarksburg, West Virginia, for burning down your house to rid it of demons. We appreciate You.
Don't demons like fire though?
I would think so too. That's what another thing I was going with. But hey, what the fuck do I know?
Okay.
All right. On that note, let's wrap this bastard right on up. Donald, what you
Yeah.
got? Anything? Shout outs? Anything good?
No, I'm still just like drab from the COVID. I haven't done anything. I actually wanted to take my bike out last night. I was like, no, not yet.
So
Not
can
yet.
we officially set up a countdown yet, or are we still holding off on that?
On what?
I'll talk to you in a minute about that then.
Okay.
Jamie,
Oh, the wife. Yeah. She probably won't because like she's not playing this week. She probably won't play hardly any games because that's her.
I got it. So basically, I understand. No, but I'll talk to you about what I was actually thinking. All right. Jamie, what you got?
Cankle_eater, and I feel more motivated to try to get the OnlyFans set up now that there's not drama behind that. So
Well, Jamie's going to have an OnlyFans set up. Are you going to set it up under the podcast handle?
probably, well, I might just do LLP on it or something like that.
LLP Hams.
Names, yeah, something.
Well, start looking LLP Hams on OnlyFans coming soon to you, I guess. I'm not setting it up, brother, but I'm rooting for you. I hope you make millions of dollars off of it and you can funnel that towards the podcast. We need sponsors, by the way.
Yeah.
Anybody's looking for a sponsor a podcast.
Cool.
Beautiful bride of mine.
Huge shout out to Susie Baloney at Gateway Tattoo for making my mom's artwork now a piece of my skin. So
She is our If you are looking for a tattoo, literally, was it Gateway Inc?
Gateway Tattoo.
Yeah, Gateway Tattoo. Look up Susie, man. She is phenomenal. Actually, everyone in that shop's pretty good.
Yeah.
Goddamn good. But Susie's our girl. She's a sweetheart. We appreciate. She's done a piece for me. She's done a piece for my daughter. She's now doing two for one for my wife,
She's done two. of
and now
mine.
they're doing the second one for my wife. Go see her.
Yeah, she
And
took that artwork and like incorporated everything in it. So it's
Oh.
it's mom's, but
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
So, what's up, Jamie? Sorry.
I believe my episode of Buried Pleasures is supposed to be coming out this week or next week.
Go give it a check out or follow. Go check it out if it's out. Oh, speaking of which, I'm glad you said that. I do have that too.
Oh
Good.
yeah, yours. Yeah, your other podcast.
Yes.
You gonna talk about that? Yeah.
Real quick. Just got or this past Saturday recorded with Tattooed Andre from Tattooed Squid podcast. Go give him a follow. Really good guy, really super nice guy. Go give his podcast a listen, man. Had a great time. Good hour, almost hour and a half, almost fucking podcast with them, man. I kind of, you know how I was. I went in a little hot and fucking. Plus, I was getting some shit off my chest because it was one of the digression days. So of everything that was going on last week. So it was fun, man. Go give him a listen. Go give him a follow. Also, our good friend, Redbeard Knife and Leather, go give him a follow on Facebook. Go if you're looking for knives, axes, cool as shit to hang on your wall. He's the man. He likes to move the metal. He likes to make knives, throwing axes, all that good stuff. Go give him a follow. Give him a shout out. Buy something from him. He's a good dude. Now, for us, you definitely have to go buy something from us. That's you can do at lostlosers.com. You spend over $50, you get 15% off. It's wintertime. You need the new.
Halloween hoodie.
You need the Halloween hoodie, man. It's a legit hoodie. Mine is on order and should be here soon. Can't wait. It's fucking legit. It's nice. Can't wait. Plus, they're all nice and soft. It's hoodie weather. Go get yourself a Lost Loser hoodie. Also, find us on the Twitter, losers_unlost. Find us on Instagram at lost_loser_podcast. What else? Anything else?
I think that's it, y'all.
All right. Remember, hashtag FFC. You can follow us for all the Want to Fall Fatty Challenge. I already got to eat a chip. Donnie's eating a chip in solidarity. All right. Thanks for listening, losers. Everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.